Hi, everybody. Dr. Fiona Lovely here of Not Your Mother's Menopause podcast, Making Hormones Make Sense. I hope everyone is having a great September so far. And, I have two things to say today. One is that there seems to be a lot of people struggling with transition or change of some kind in their lives, myself included. And I just want everybody to know that there's a lot of things you're doing right. There's a lot of things that you have no control over, and that you probably are not being as kind or as gentle to yourself as you could be. So this is me popping in to remind you and remind myself that we're always doing a better job than we think or feel, maybe is a good way to say it. I don't know if it's been the hurricanes. If you are in the hurricane zone or an earthquake zone, and you're listening to this this Facebook Live or you listen to the podcast, I've been praying for you. I hope that you and your families are well, and know that there's a lot of people who love you and are worried about you, and hope that you're doing well. I think there's the solar flare thing. I think Mercury came out of retrograde. I think there's just a whole lot of energetic shit that happened all at the same time, because you can't tell me that a hurricane as big as Irma doesn't disrupt the atmosphere, the energy in the atmosphere. Of course, we're going to feel it, even as far away as Western Canada. So, hello, welcome to anybody who's listening and watching today. The roofers are outside my window right now, so I don't know if you can hear them, but it's sort of a blowtorch kind of sound. Anyways. So the next thing is that I've come up with several people in the last week or so that actually had no idea what functional medicine is. So I thought I'd take a moment to just pop in real quick and to let you know what it means when I say functional medicine. So functional medicine is a way of looking at the body as a whole and looking at how the systems work and work together. And the functionality of, let's say, the brain connected to the thyroid, connected to the adrenals, connected to ovaries, connected to pancreas, or whatever else. That's the systems-based approach of functional medicine. And it's really looking at what's the underlying cause of things. You know, it's just not a matter of, hey, I was diagnosed with diabetes, but why? I mean, if you ate nothing but drink Coke and ate candy all day, well, then it would sort of make sense. But for a lot of people, they don't fit what it looks like to be diabetic. And so one of the things that functional medicine does is looks at the person as a whole. Tell me your history. Tell me your emotional, physical, mental, traumatic history even, because all of those things play a role when it comes to how well we function. And it turns out by the time we reach perimenopausal age, which is, 35 to 55, we have gathered enough baggage, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that depending on the severity of it, these things can start to physically manifest. On top of that, our pain always has an emotional component. So functional medicine looks at all of these things and says, okay, so what is the causative factor and how can we go about repairing it? And it's a really beautiful approach, and it's something that has been missing terribly from allopathic medicine, which is pieces and parts. All the specialists are on their own little silos. Everybody's got their own opinion. No one's really paying attention to who prescribed who, what, when, where. All of those things are super important when it comes to care and maintenance of the human being. And that's what functional medicine does. Now, the cool thing about functional medicine is that it's not exclusive in its training. Anybody that has taken the time to learn, let's say, done an acupuncture degree or chiropractic or naturopathy, any of those degrees can go on to do additional training in functional medicine. And what I love about this is that you get a truly integrative approach. So in an office, you can have an MD-GP working with a chiropractor or working with an acupuncturist, and everybody's speaking the same language of functional medicine. And I think this is a far better way to get people well and to have a comprehensive approach to health. So I hope that explains some things about functional medicine. I've got some podcast ideas brewing, so if you've been missing the podcast, I'm getting lots of emails saying, when are you bringing it back? So it's coming. It's coming. So thank you for everybody, to everybody who has emailed me or reached out in some way to say, we miss you. I miss you too. And I hope this gives you a little bit of something to go on for a couple of days. And I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's safe and families are well. And we'll talk soon. Bye.